You are not being watched by cameras or governments. You are being watched by the people around you. Every time you step outside, you step into an arena, not a symbolic one, a real one. A silent, merciless arena where status is measured without words, power is assessed without consent, and weakness is selected without apology. There are no judges, no announcements, no second chances. You are evaluated in glances, pauses, tone, posture, restraint, and timing. And the most uncomfortable truth is this: you have been volunteering yourself as a target. Not because you are immoral, not because you are incompetent, but because you are exposed, loose, leaking. You move through the world believing transparency is virtue, that being an open book makes you trustworthy, that emotional honesty makes you relatable, that wearing your heart on your sleeve makes you authentic. Machiavelli would not admire this. He would pity it. Centuries ago, he warned, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." If you reveal everything, you are left with nothing. No mystery, no leverage, no armor. Most people do not lose power because they are evil or foolish. They lose it because they are careless. They overshare. They confess unnecessarily. They vent publicly. They explain themselves compulsively. They narrate their inner world to anyone willing to listen, then wonder why they are misunderstood, undermined, ignored, or attacked. They hand the world the blueprint to dismantle them and then act surprised when it is used. Today, that ends. Today, the bleeding stops. We cauterize the leaks. We reinforce the walls of your public persona. By the end of this, you will understand why silence is the loudest sound in the room and how to move through a hostile, chaotic world like a ghost, unreadable, untouchable, undeniably powerful. But before any of this works, you must confront one brutal fact. Your need to be seen is the very thing making you disappear. The more you explain yourself, the less you are respected. The more you seek understanding, the less authority you project. The ancient Stoics and the Renaissance strategists agreed on one foundational law. The mind must be a fortress, not a diary, not a confession booth, a fortress. And a fortress with its gates wide open is not noble. It is a ruin waiting to be looted. Modern culture encourages exposure. Social media rewards confession. Oversharing is framed as courage. Vulnerability is sold as strength. But the world you actually live in is not a therapy group. It is a hierarchy. And hierarchies punish weakness when it is displayed without control. We are going to dismantle 9 behaviors that silently strip your power in public. Some of these you perform daily. Some you have been rewarded for. Some you believe make you kind, moral, or evolved. They do not. They mark you as accessible where you should be guarded. They signal submission where you should project sovereignty. This is not about becoming cruel, cold, or sociopathic. It is about becoming sovereign. It is the difference between a ruler and a jester. One commands attention by withholding. The other begs for attention by performing. Understand this clearly. Once you stop these behaviors, people will change. They will stop pitying you. They will stop exploiting you. Some will feel uneasy around you. Some will accuse you of becoming distant or arrogant. Some will attempt to provoke you back into your old readable self. Some may even fear you. That fear is not hatred. It is uncertainty, and uncertainty is power. If you are not ready for the isolation that authority brings, turn back now. Authority is lonely because it removes you from the herd. If you are ready to reclaim your privacy, your leverage, and your internal gravity, continue. 1. Never reveal your next move. The most addictive drug in the modern world is not chemical, it is validation, and the cheapest hit comes from announcing plans before execution. I'm starting a business. I'm going to transform my body. I'm leaving him. I'm reinventing myself. You say these things not to inform, but to feel accomplished without paying the cost. The brain rewards declaration as if it were achievement. Dopamine is released prematurely. Momentum collapses. Discipline weakens. Machiavelli understood this flaw in human nature. When you reveal intention, you surrender advantage. You give rivals, enemies, and even envious friends a map. You alert resistance. You invite sabotage, doubt, discouragement, and interference. Even well-meaning people will unconsciously slow you down with opinions, concerns, and expectations. Robert Greene distilled this principle precisely: conceal your intentions. If people do not know what you are doing, they cannot interfere. They cannot prepare defenses. They cannot undermine you quietly. Move in silence. Let outcomes speak. There is a terrifying authority in the individual who disappears for months and returns transformed. New physique, new income, new discipline, new position, new life. No announcements, no teasers, no motivational speeches, just undeniable results. When you broadcast your plans, you are subconsciously asking permission from the tribe. You are inviting approval and debate. You are exposing your momentum to contamination. Stop asking. A predator does not roar before the hunt. It roars after the kill. Let people guess. Let them speculate. Let rumors exaggerate your power beyond reality. Mystery multiplies influence. Never trade it for applause. 2. Never complain about your problems. Complaining is weakness disguised as honesty. I'm exhausted. My boss is incompetent. The system is rigged. Life is unfair. Listen carefully. Nobody cares. And the few who appear to care often feel relief that they are not you. Public complaining signals loss of control. It frames you as a victim of circumstance rather than a shaper of outcomes. Leaders adapt, endure, or alter conditions. They do not whine. Complaining also poisons your presence. Even when people nod sympathetically, they feel drained. Misery is contagious. Machiavelli observed that people are drawn to vitality and repelled by weakness. Wear your problems openly, and the world will distance itself. This does not mean emotional repression. It means strategic containment. Confide in a therapist. Confide in a mentor. Confide in someone who has earned access. Not coworkers, not acquaintances, not strangers online. To the world, you appear steady. Even if everything is collapsing privately, your exterior remains composed. The Italians called this sprezzatura, the art of making difficulty look effortless. Suffer with dignity. Carry weight without spectacle. Restraint earns respect where complaint earns contempt. 3. Never lose your temper. Anger is an emotion. Aggression is a tool. Confuse them and you become predictable. When you explode publicly, at a waiter, a partner, a stranger, you are not asserting dominance. You are advertising your triggers. You are teaching the world how to control you. If a random person can hijack your nervous system, you are not powerful. You are programmable. Machiavelli warned that while fear can be useful, contempt is fatal. Nothing generates contempt faster than emotional instability. Silence intimidates more than shouting. The individual who goes quiet when angry terrifies the individual who screams. Stillness creates uncertainty. Uncertainty creates leverage. When rage rises, freeze. Say nothing. Do nothing. Let the other person speak. They will expose themselves. You will remain intact. Control your nervous system, or someone else will. 4. Never apologize unless it is necessary. Modern culture worships apology. Sorry for asking. Sorry for existing. Sorry for disagreeing. An apology is an admission of fault. Used incorrectly, it becomes submission. Machiavelli understood that authority depends on perceived competence and self-command. Over-apologizing signals insecurity and invites blame. Replace apology language with grounded statements. Not, sorry I'm late, but thank you for waiting. Not sorry, but I think, but I see it differently. One begs forgiveness. The other asserts reality. Reserve apologies for genuine harm. When you make a mistake, apologize once, sincerely, then correct it. Do not repeat it. Do not grovel. For everyday friction, stand firm. Occupy your space without justification. You do not need permission to exist. 5. Never reveal your financial situation. Money provokes contempt or envy. Both are dangerous. Appear poor and you are ignored or pitied. Appear rich and you invite resentment, entitlement, and sabotage. Machiavelli warned against both dependency and envy. True power is ambiguity. Wealth that shouts creates enemies. Poverty that shows creates disregard. If you are struggling, look composed, clean, organized, transitional. If you are winning, look comfortable, never flashy. Let quality whisper. Logos scream insecurity. Your finances are leverage. Keep them concealed. 6. Never gossip. Gossip feels like bonding, but it is reputational poison. When someone gossips to you, you instinctively know they will gossip about you. Machiavelli warned rulers to avoid being despised. Gossipers are despised. They appear small, bored, and malicious. Information is power. Giving it away freely makes you weak. Listen, observe, say nothing. Become the vault. Let people wonder what you know and what you might do with it. Never insult enemies publicly. Silence implies dominance. Words imply injury. 7. Never explain your philosophy. Preaching invites scrutiny. Declaring morals creates a measuring stick others will use to beat you. The Stoics understood this deeply. Live it. Do not announce it. When you proclaim standards, you trap yourself. Flexibility dies. Let behavior speak. Let curiosity invite explanation, not ego. Your life is the argument. 8. Never seek validation. Approval seeking is the root weakness. From childhood, you are trained to perform for praise. Sovereignty begins when you kill this instinct. The one seeking approval is always lower status than the one granting it. When you stop performing, others lean in. Immunity to praise makes you immune to insult. Both are manipulation. Measure yourself privately. Did you execute? Did you hold your frame? Did you keep your word to yourself? That is the only judgment that matters. 9. Never reveal raw vulnerability publicly. Vulnerability without trust is exposure. The world is not a therapy room, it is a hierarchy. Bleeding publicly invites predators. Share wounds only with those who have earned access. Heal privately. Integrate your shadow.